One of Doctor Who's most important phrases was a massive plot point at the end of the fourth season of the show's revival. The instantaneous biological metacrisis. It sounds complicated, and it is. However, with Donna Noble returning in Doctor Who's 60th anniversary, we've got to revisit what this event is all about and how it might tie into David Tennant and Catherine Tate's return to the Whoniverse. Today on Doctor Who Explained, we teach you about the Metacrisis event. If you want to keep up to date on all the latest Doctor Who news, lore, and more, hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at TARDIS Central. So, the instantaneous biological metacrisis. While it sounds intimidating, it's quite basic. Rule number 1 of Doctor Who writing is technobabble. It sounds worse than it actually is. In this case, it simply means that a brand new Doctor was created due to Time Lord regeneration energy mixing with human DNA. Simple, right? How did it happen? Again, it is quite simple. After being shot by a Dalek mid-reunion with Rose Tyler, the 10th Doctor returns to the TARDIS in time to regenerate. Suppose you're new to Doctor Who. Now would be a good time to mention that the Doctor regenerates whenever they're near death and turns into a new person. However, this was not the case this time around. The Doctor didn't want to regenerate, so he siphoned off the resulting energies into his old severed hand that lived in the TARDIS. Yes, that is right, his severed hand. On the first day as the Doctor, Ten was caught up in a Christmas invasion with the creepy Sycorax. This new Doctor got into a sword fight with one of the aliens during the battle. Though he won, he didn't walk away unharmed and lost his hand in the fight. Don't worry, it did grow back. Thankfully, due to still settling into his new body at the time, he was still finishing off a regeneration process and able to grow a brand new hand. The severed hand was lost off the side of a Sycorax spaceship, but later returned to the Doctor by his friend, Captain Jack Harkness, and then found a home in the TARDIS.
My God! You've got a hand. A hand in a jar. A hand in jar in your bag.
Well, that's my hand.
I said I had a doctor detector.
Fast forward to the 10th Doctor's would-be regeneration, the handy biomatching receptacle, yep, you saw what we did there, his hand absorbs the reported regeneration energy. It's part of a Doctor, so it could absorb the energy and allow him to heal, but not change faces. Think of it as a single-use get-out-of-jail-free card, both in a writing term and also the episode. Thankfully, the 10th Doctor offered a quick explanation for everyone. We'll let him tell you, because it's fun.
Used the regeneration energy to heal myself, but as soon as that was done, I didn't need to change. I didn't want to, why would I? Look at me. So, to stop the energy going all the way, I siphoned off the rest into a handy biomatching receptacle, namely my hand. That hand there.
With the Doctor's hand combined with regeneration energy, the pieces are set for the big event. When the Doctor was shot by the Dalek, triggering his regeneration, the Earth was in a crisis. It had been stolen and moved across time and space to the Medusa Cascade, where it was rearranged alongside 20-something other planets that had also been stolen from space and time by Davros, creator of the Daleks, to harness their energy and create the reality bomb. While the Doctor and his allies are trapped on Davros' ship, the Crucible, Donna had been locked in the TARDIS after being distracted by a heartbeat that only she could hear. Now, the Daleks seized the opportunity to destroy the TARDIS once and for all, by dropping into the heart of their Crucible ship where it would be burned. To them, it's a bonus that Donna was still on board the ship. The Daleks didn't know that as Donna hurtled to her death, they set events in motion that would be their own downfall. As the TARDIS dropped to a certain doom and exploded around her, Donna would be drawn to the severed hand and reached out to touch it. It magically reacted to Donna, enveloping her in regeneration energy before its casing shatters. Moments later, the hand grew a body and a brand new Doctor is born. So now we have a human, one-hearted Doctor who shares Donna's personality traits. Crazy, right? This version of a Doctor can even read Donna's mind to an extent, and knows she puts on her no-nonsense attitude because she doesn't feel worthy. He claims they were always heading to this, their paths have kept bringing them back together, though he doesn't know how it'll end because something is still missing. The thing that's still missing is this meta-crisis event didn't just work one way, it was a two-way biological meta-crisis. At this point, you know it's nowhere near as complicated as it sounds. It simply means that when Donna activated the creation of this Metacrisis Doctor, she absorbed a little bit of him. While the Metacrisis Doctor is a Time Lord human, Donna becomes a human Time Lord. Amazingly, this twist of fate allows Donna to help take on Davros and the Daleks. Sadly for Donna, while the Metacrisis Doctor can handle being part human, part Time Lord, she can't handle the Time Lord consciousness in her human form. All that knowledge in her brain is killing her. As much as we all wish Dr. Donna could hang around, saving a universe and being amazing, like all good things, it can't last. Donna's adventures with the Doctor changed her for the better, but the Doctor must wipe her mind to save her life. She cannot remember anything, because if she does, she will die.
No, 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 please. Please, no. No!
Back to the Meta-Crisis Doctor. While Donna's input buys them time, Dalek Khan insisted that they had seen the end of everything Dalek and that the Doctor was one to cause it. It's a prophecy, he says, that must be fulfilled, and the Meta-Crisis Doctor comes to a horrifying realization. The Dalek Empire facing him is too big and too strong, and will destroy everything unless stopped. Donna insists the Doctor will be able to find a way, but in a moment of madness, the Meta-Crisis Doctor claims that he is the Doctor and wipes out the entire Dalek army. Either way, speaking about Dalek Khan, if you want to learn more about him and the other amazing members of the Cult of Skaro, a secret Dalek cult, then check out our video here on TARDIS Central where we go into the history of the cult. Unable to trust the reckless Meta-Crisis Doctor, the Doctor himself sends him back to the parallel world that Rose Tyler came from. The Doctor knows that this will help Rose cope without him, and though it's painful for him, it helps bring some closure. Aside from leaving this human version of himself with Rose, in a scene deleted from the episode, the Doctor gifts them both a small piece of coral to help them grow their own TARDIS. This small detail is important, despite being cut from the final episode.
Oh, and don't forget this. This universe was in need of defending. Chunk of TARDIS. Grow your own. That takes thousands of years. No, because...
If you shatter-fry the plasmic shell and modify the dimensional stabilizer to a foldback harmonic of 36.3, you accelerate the growth power by 59.
We never thought that.
I'm doing brilliant.
The Doctor. In the TARDIS with Rose Tyler. Just as it should be.
What about you?
Oh, I'm fine. I've got Madam.
Human with a Time Lord brain. Perfect combination. We can travel the universe forever. Best friends. And equals. It's just what Skinny Boy needs. An equal.
And that was a big cut, this one, from episode 13. It's like a whole minute-long scene of, from the end on Bad Wolf Bay, the Doctor giving the second Doctor the chance to grow his own TARDIS. We argued over this, and part of me still wishes it was in. Julie was right, though. It was just getting in the way of... There's so many complicated endings and so many complicated emotions.
While this one episode is our only televised adventure with the Meta-Crisis Doctor, his adventure continued in the extended universe of Doctor Who continuity. Long after the Doctor leaves, the Meta-Crisis Doctor lives a happy life with Rose, and while those close to him still call him the Doctor, he does take on a human name too. To some, he was known as John Smith, to others, he went by Corin. Now, the following information comes from the Doctor Who comic book story, Empire of the Wolf. His life was peaceful for the most part, but he still had some exciting adventures. He, Rose, and her parents, Pete and Jackie, joined a unit. The Meta-Crisis Doctor was given a lab in a unit base at the top of Elizabeth Tower, and while there, he tried to make a new TARDIS using the coral left to him. At this point, he is approached by Brigadier Krista, who wants to use that TARDIS to go back to save her daughter from the Cybermen, who had ravished this world years before. But Doctor isn't happy with Krista and reports her to Pete Tyler, telling him that she's a threat to UNIT and should be arrested. Now this betrayal upsets Jackie Tyler.
We end up on Mars, I'm gonna kill you.
Following this betrayal of Brigadier Krista, the Doctor is forced into a situation where he has to spend time in an enclosed space, a Zeppelin of all places, with Jackie, who is still kind of upset with him. The plan was devised by Pete and Rose, who wanted the two to put their falling out aside. However, on the Zeppelin ride to Hull, a Jackie from another universe appears and threatens to kill Jackie so she can take her place. Ever reckless, the Meta-Crisis Doctor shoots the Zeppelin's controls and crashes it to force the other Jackie to leave and return to her own world. These adventures were nothing compared to the biggest of all, parenthood. He and Rose had a daughter called Mia. When Mia reached her teens, Rose vanished the day after she had intense visions of herself living another life. After a few hours of working out what happened and trying to figure out where to start looking for her, Rose returns as if nothing happened, and fills the Meta-Crisis Doctor in on her adventure. Perhaps Rose went somewhere we also know. Now this brings us up to date with the story of the Meta-Crisis Doctor and the Dr. Donna. With the 60th anniversary on the horizon, we all know that Donna Noble will return. With that comes a lot of questions to be answered. As we speed towards the release of the 14th Doctor's adventures with his previous companion, we can't help but feel that the Meta-Crisis that caused Donna's tragic exit will play a huge part in the story to come. We've been given plenty of reason to believe this in recent trailers. The BBC released short teaser trailers with blurred shots and backwards dialogue for curious fans to get into. In the first of 3 trailers, we see a Venus flytrap eating a fly, followed by a distorted shot of the TARDIS windows, the time vortex, and the Doctor's severed hand in its casing. With 3 trailers and 3 specials, it would be easy to assume that this links to the first episode, The Star Beast. However, with what we know about it being a comic adaptation, it doesn't seem to fit into it. The most likely episode to deal with this would be the mysterious episode 2, Wild Blue Yonder. During the pre-Eurovision trailer, which revealed the names of each episode, the middle part of the trailer kept the glitchy screen effect and redacted message over the top. Eagle-eyed Doctor Who fans noticed codes hidden in the numbers on screen too. After noticing a clue in the redacted box in the center of the screen that said System Error 62Z1A EDOCNE, they figured out that it was backwards. It said encode A1Z26, which is the A equals 1 and the B equals 2 and so on. We've done a full breakdown on this trailer, go and watch it here on the channel. When decoded, these numbers in the top corner of the screen hinted at Donna's final scenes when the Time Lord Constantine began to kill her and she broke down, saying binary, 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 and then the 10th Doctor's final words, I don't want to go. Showrunner Russell T Davies has hinted that terrible things may happen to Donna Noble in the 60th anniversary specials, so we'll have to pay close attention. Just how it all tied together remains to be seen, but we're excited to find out what on earth has drawn the Doctor back to Donna one last time, and how the Meta Crisis will affect them as they head out on new adventures through time and space. So, do you think the Meta Crisis will play a role in the Doctor Who's 60th anniversary? Let us know what you think in the video comment section below. If you want to keep up to date on all the latest Doctor Who news, lore and more, then hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at TARDIS Central. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Doctor Who universe. That's it from TARDIS Central, I've been Jack, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.